Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, surprise stream was not announced. Didn't plan to do it, but something has come up that I feel like we need live coverage of. So this is happening. While people trickle in, I'm sure I'll explain this again. What's happening is Delete Lawz, the guys that I've been doing a lot of looking into, has decided to have a video, a handcuffed challenge compilation challenging multiple cops to put on cuffs for 10 minutes. And it's premiering in right about now. So I figured while he's doing that, we can establish it's not torture by literally doing this again, right? While his video is going, I will be handcuffed. That's it. That's the video. Just because he wants to pretend it's torture, cool. So, oh, you hear that? That's him starting the premiere. So, you know what? I'm going to get a head start. We're going to use these ones today. Since he had a video that he live streamed where he was in Texas, basically disturbing a government meeting. And these are the handcuffs he was waving people's faces. So he established that these are the ones that are torture. You don't actually have to look at this. All right. I mean, this is worse than this. This was what I was handcuffed in last time. But we're going to do this because this is the one he used as an example. So I'm going to be handcuffed behind the back. Let me make sure I have my key. And make sure these are facing the correct direction. All right, cool. And while we're doing this, I don't know what his video is going to be. Let's see, that is correct. Let's see. Ooh, just trying to get it around my sleeve here. If you guys buy me pink cuffs, I'll use them. Actually, hold on. Let me get the mouse back there so I can use it. Otherwise, I'm going to have a problem. Internet God. Says, give the video a thumbs up or you get the torture cuffs. Now, folks, don't think that this means we're not going to have a live stream tonight as well. We are also going to do that. This is just something that came up, and I thought it'd be really funny to do. So, okay, the mouse is working. My foot pedals are working. All right. And yeah, and now we just wait. I literally have no idea what's going to happen. Let's see. Boop. Yeah, there it is. So, we'll just live during his premiere, while it's premiering, before it's even premiered. I am handcuffed. I'm handcuffed correctly. This is exactly how I would handcuff someone in real life, which I have done because I was law enforcement. And let's see what he has to do. Now I'm going to be pausing and be stopping to make it fair use, but...
I mean, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put together a whole compilation of all the cops I've asked to do a handcuff challenge.
Have you ever had handcuffs put on you?
Ooh, that's loud.
Let me ask you a question. You ever been put in handcuffs?
If I put together $10,000, you could get 10 officers to do a handcuff challenge with us?
What was that?
And you
Thank you,
enforcing
James.
this garbage like this stuff here. Have you been in these, yes or no? Have you?
So this video is from his, he was in Texas. He was in the, not courthouse, the government, maybe, I don't know where he was, but he was basically making a big fuss. I kind of want to go over it. Law Talk with Mike went over it, and he did a really great job, because of course he did. Did I thank you, James? Thank you, James, by the way. And so he's shoving these handcuffs in people's faces. Like, have you been in these? I'm in them now, and I'm doing great. I don't know what he is talking about.
You've been put in torture cuffs, yes or no?
Torture cuffs.
Have you been put in torture cuffs? Oh, no, you're not answering the questions because you're a coward. Have you been put in torture cuffs for 15 minutes, yes or no? Yes or no? There's thousands watching.
There weren't thousands watching, by the way. Fun fact. He likes to lie about numbers, which is a video we're going to do in the future. Yeah, that guy he's talking to does not have to answer that question, and he's not going to help him to answer that question. If you are law enforcement, you almost certainly have been in handcuffs for training purposes. 15 minutes is not a long time. All right, city council meeting. Thank you, Jesse. That's exactly, that sounds right. Aaron, thank you so much, says, why would any cop limit their own mobility at the demand of a clearly unstable person? That's a good question. I'm not going to speak as to his stability for the purpose of preventing a defamation claim against me. Although he has stated, his own words, he has OCD, ADHD, and there was something else, I think. So mentally, I'm not qualified to actually make that assessment, so I'm not going to. But yeah, like these guys in this video right here, they are on duty. Well, assuming that this guy is law enforcement, not just an employee or a civilian. But why would they stop? Why would they limit their mobility? That's the exact question. They are on duty. That would be stupid. Regarding, someone brought up the Velcro cuffs that he wants to sell. Lady Dragon's Blood. Good to have you here, by the way. I'm glad you can make it. Says he wants to sell police his Velcro handcuffs, which is stupid, by the way. And we can get into that probably tonight. We'll go into the different types of restraints that are used by law enforcement and security and discuss the benefits and downfalls of each one. In my experience, I'm not an expert in it by any means, but we can go over that for sure. But let's keep watching this video. The longer I talk, the more torture, wink, wink, that I'm in.
You raising your voice
because I'm so sick of being nice.
But you're not trying to have a dialogue.
Do you want to have a dialogue? Let me try it like this. Have you been put in torture cuffs for 15 minutes? Have you been put in torture cuffs for 15 minutes? So a handcuff challenge is handcuffs are torture. Just as soon as you put them on.
Yeah, there's a reason the guy's laughing. Handcuff challenge is handcuffs are torture. What do you... No, the handcuff challenge would be in handcuffs for this long. That the handcuff challenge proceeds to say something that is not what the handcuff challenge is. He's just stating an opinion that is not shared by the majority of people. He does not have facts to back it up. It's literally an opinion, which is why he won't debate me. I've invited him to debate on my channel. He approached me on my channel during live stream. He's like, "Oh, debate me right now." I said, "Okay, I'm in the middle of something, but next week, come on, do whatever." And then he sent me a bunch of emails where he contradicted himself a lot. And it was kind of hilarious. He was like, "You have to come to my stream, no moderators." Like, cool. So you don't want a fair debate stage. You want a place where you can set things up to your advantage. That's not what I want. I want a fair debate stage because I'm all about educating people. I want to educate people. I want people to learn. And if my information is wrong, a fair debate stage should be a great way of establishing that. But setting it up in my favor isn't going to help people learn because I shouldn't need to give myself all of the benefits if my information is correct, right? Like that's debate 101. But anyway.
They're torture. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, we've been in them.
So he knows it. How many times have you been put in handcuffs?
Through training, I can't tell you a
but
lot.
You've been put behind your back, hard, tight for 10 or 15 minutes?
Yes.
So this guy's saying it's torture, not because it meets any legal definition of torture, just because they're uncomfortable. They can be uncomfortable. Mine are pretty nice, because I did it correctly. But this should not be construed as a statement confirming what Chili is saying as accurate. This is just man being conversational.
Wow.
I can't say for 15 minutes, but yes.
For 10 minutes?
I'd say 5 to 10.
I'm gonna do cuffs for 10 minutes, and this is for educational purposes.
You have handcuffs.
I got here.
Yeah, this is also on his channel. I don't trust this to be an unbiased review of handcuffs. He is not trained. If this is his channel, Chili is not trained on putting on handcuffs. And he's made it clear that if he's going to put handcuffs on someone, he's going to make it as uncomfortable as possible. So I have my doubts.
Carry handcuffs.
How tight are you gonna put the cuffs on?
She has no clue what it's like.
Why is he all like sweaty? Bro, what is happening? I mean, maybe he was at the gym, getting it on, decided to make a video. Maybe he met this nice young lady there and was like, "Hey, would you like to be in a video with me?" And then she's like, "Okay." And now she's all, "Hold on a second, handcuffs." I don't know you, dude. That's speculation. Do I know for sure? No idea. Let me see. Oh, for those of you engaging Broken Sister, Broken Trust in the chat, I don't believe that's the real one. Just before you put too much time and energy into it.
To be tortured. Have you been handcuffed up before? Because you look like you got some...
Oh, where's the rest of that video, bud? Why did you cut away from it? Maybe he'll come back to it. It's just weird. So for someone who's like, "Oh, I have a producer," blah, he does not a good producer. Not a good producer.
Meaty wrist there, bro. Have you ever had handcuffs put on you?
You got some media wrists, bro. Yeah, which is when you would use zip ties, which officers generally carry in their patrol bag in their trunk. But the nice thing about handcuffs is they're adjustable. You see that? They can get as wide as this. That's pretty big. Now, not everyone actually will fit in these, which is, zip ties come in handy. But yeah, I still have a range of motion in these bad boys. Fun fact. All right, where's my mouse? Also, some of you were saying last time I did this in handcuffs, it wasn't fair because I had consumed some apple juice. It is 10 in the morning for me, so no apple juice in my body. Although, Chili did use an example of a guy who was believed to be intoxicated, who was in handcuffs for 18 minutes, and he said that was torture. So 18 minutes while intoxicated is still torture, apparently. I might have my numbers slightly off. And I cannot confirm the guy actually was intoxicated, but I believe there were signs that he was. And I doubt Chili has all the details either, because he has this terrible habit of not getting the details, because they often don't help him.
Would you be averse to, when you're not on duty, to let me put handcuffs on you for 10 minutes and see how you feel about it?
And at the academy when we're training, but
no. Let me put them on you. Let me jerk.
Let me put them on you when you don't out of a training environment, because I don't know how to put handcuffs on, so I'm going to do it wrong on purpose. Hold on. He's about to say something. I heard him start to say it. Keep in mind, this is a live video. I've not seen his video yet.
And see how you feel about it.
And at the academy when we're training, but
no. Let me put them on you. Let me jerk the chain around.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So is handcuffs on you is torture, or having the handcuffs jerked around on you is that torture? You got to make up your mind, because he's made statement after statement after statement that having handcuffs on is torture. But now he's saying that he has to jerk it around for it to be torture. Yeah, you don't jerk someone around in handcuffs unless they're resisting and they're trying to fight back, and that would be pain compliance, right? Now, police have the authority to inflict pain when reasonable as part of the escalation of force. Handcuffs are a great way to do that, to maintain control. However, it's intentionally jerking someone around to inflict pain as something that's not part of the force continuum or a proper escalation of force. Yes, that would be a possibly criminal situation. So if Delete Lawz wants to say that improper use of handcuffs is wrong, yes, but we already know that. There are already things in place to prevent that, to punish people. There are laws. There are administrative punishments. There's all sorts of stuff. You're using handcuffs incorrectly. But he needs to make up his mind. Is the thing that we already know is wrong, wrong? Or is the thing that he has the opinion that is wrong, wrong? These are two separate things. Having handcuffs on and having them jerked around is one thing. Just having handcuffs on, completely different. What a stupid thing to include in this compilation. He's only discrediting himself, but unfortunately for us, he appeals to a group of people who, maybe not by any fault of their own, don't know better. Now, there are a lot of people that watch this stuff that I've seen, that I've interacted with before, who are absolute morons. But I think there are a lot of people that he appeals to because of his race-baiting content. And I have content that I'm preparing on that as well, don't worry, where they perhaps are not from an environment where they had a lot of education when it came to laws and law enforcement, and they may have had a bad experience because they found themselves in a situation that they did not know enough to not get themselves into, which is a problem. There are a lot of issues with education about this sort of thing, and I've absolutely acknowledged that. But he appeals to people based on emotion as opposed to fact, where I attempt to use fact first, and then emotion more as an entertainment element. His name is not Chili, Smitty. That's a good question. His name is not Chili. That's his nickname. I have his full name. I'm waiting for some information before I drop all of that, because there's going to be a big video on basically his statements that he's made throughout the years that do not add up. And so I will be using documents that I've acquired from public records requests or that are available already publicly that have his full name. I don't want to drop that yet because it's better to have the actual documents in the video if I'm dropping the name, because then it's easier for me to counter anything on YouTube that's a privacy complaint, because I can go, YouTube, just look at this timestamp, it's all public, as opposed to emailing back and forth all the documents saying, hey, this is public information. So it's a whole thing. Still handcuffed, by the way. We are 14 minutes in. One more minute, I guess it's torture. Although other times he said 10 minutes is torture. I don't know.
Do it. You can find my channel. Delete.
Robbie, thank you, by the way. It says maybe handcuffs on strangers is its kink. Hey, I don't kink shame. That's fine. If he wants to handcuff strangers, that's his thing. Sure, but like go about it differently. Let me try and get my mouse here.
Lawz, you're not going to forget it. You're now a YouTube star. My videos get 10,000, 20,000 views.
Do they get 10,000, 20,000 views? Do they? So he announced this premiere. By the way, he has 115 watching. I went live without any announcement, and I already have 139. He has 28,000 subscribers. I have 15. He likes to make a big deal about, I have more subscribers than you, I am better, which is an appeal to authority fallacy, by the way. That's not a good way of trying to prove that you're right. It just means more people see him get things wrong. It's interesting, though, because he makes a big deal about views, but he lies about the views. So, which is weird. Like, why would you do that? It's easily checkable. So, oh goodness, no, stop that. So let's see. He's got. Let's do an old. All right, part 2, desecrated flag. Post this on Forney Police Department Facebook page. We're looking into that situation. There was a memorial for an officer that was killed in a car crash. Someone was driving the wrong way on the roadway, hit him head on. He was an off-duty deputy, and he died. This was 2016, and since then, it would appear there has been a Blue Line Flag memorial at that location. And he found it, and he ripped the flag down twice, and then he burned the flag, and I'm assuming it's the same flag he ripped off. I cannot confirm that yet. I have to look into it. And that one has 5.5 thousand views. That was 6 days ago. Let's see. He has one from 10 days ago. It has 1.3 thousand. Here's Edgy replaced the social contract. Stream 3 weeks ago. It's 4,000. 3.2 thousand views, which is free digital poster plus ebook codes plus please buy if you can, which should be an indicator to all of you that this might be a scam for money, where he's appealing to a group that will latch onto his content very quickly to try to sell them things. And we'll go into that more in detail. But, oh, here's one that actually does have 14,000 views. There's one. Hold on, I think I missed one that might have. I'm not trying. 12,000. Okay, but for the most part, for average 5,000 views. So his claim about his amount of views, easily fact checkable. Has he gotten over 10,000 views? Yes. Me too, bud. Me too. But I wouldn't say all of my videos get over 10,000. By no means. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
So, chain around. Let me do it. You can find my channel, delete Lawz. You're not going to forget it. You're now a YouTube star. My videos get 10,000, 20,000 views.
Yeah, I'm sure he has something that has 20,000 views, but by no means all of his videos. By no means all of his videos. And yes, technically his videos, some of his videos do, but he stated that as if all of his videos do. No, that's wrong. That's a statement of, it's an inaccurate statement, basically. He's trying to pass off as something that it's not. We saw this a lot with DeWitt, where he'd make claims that on the surface are true, but are designed to mislead people. So if this guy, not this guy, but this guy is trying to mislead people, makes you wonder,
So a lot of people are going to see who you are.
Just real quick, Mr. Smith.
Wait. Someone in the chat says, ACAP. That's not the correct letter, champ. I'm not going to say that Ron there is an idiot, but delete Lawz tends to appeal to that kind of person, it would seem. So,
You've been put in those handcuffs before?
I have.
You've been put in handcuffs by someone who doesn't like you?
What do you mean?
I mean, there's a
Like
difference.
for training purposes, yeah.
No, if he puts cuffs on you, bro, it's not the same as me putting cuffs on you. 'Cause
yeah, so
I'm a
the
civil
difference is police are trained on how to do it appropriately and are held accountable for it. We would hope. I recognize that accountability is an issue. And I think accountability, and I can ramble about this all day, that accountability is a bigger issue than a lack of education. All day. However, when everything's working correctly, which is what I want you guys to try to promote in your part of the world, is make sure things are running correctly. It's not the situation he's claiming. There are issues, folks, but it's not what he's claiming they are. Chibi, thank you so much. Says, oh, we get to watch you suffer more. It looks so painful. Yeah, I'm doing terribly, aren't I? Whatever shall we do? And still smiling. Almost like I'm not being tortured. Thank you, though. How hardcore of you. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. I always forget about it. Every time. Now, Jake Altman says, all cops are not badass. LOL. I think you're confusing them with firefighters whose job is actually dangerous. Now. Firefighters do a great job. What an incredible group of people. One almost killed me once, but that's all right. It was entirely their fault. You want that story? The more I tell stories, the longer I'm going to be in handcuffs. We're responding to a medical incident. And one of the things I respect the heck out of with firefighters is they're generally all trained EMTs, which police are often not. Some departments are, or they have a lot of people that are trained official EMTs. We are not. Like, I had the skills to keep you alive until someone else arrived. I was trained in basic first aid, combat first aid, not like combat medic first aid, but you got a gunshot wound, I can stabilize you to a degree. I'm not trying to toot my own horn too much because I don't want to mislead you. But police get there first, clear the scene, make sure it's safe for the actual medical personnel, which are usually the firefighters that arrive first because they are ready to go first, and then the ambulance arrives with the specialized equipment. Firefighters, excellent, good for them. People like to say that firefighters are better than police because police, get caught doing the wrong thing all the time. And in the actual grand scheme of things, the amount of times police are, I'm doing air quotes behind my back, I realize I can't see them, statistically is actually very low compared to the amount of police contacts with civilians and the general public. There are somewhere between like 10 and 30 million interactions between the public, 16 years of age and older, and law enforcement. About 500 to 700,000 law enforcement employees, professionals at any given time. It fluctuates. So the statistics are actually pretty low as far as police doing something wrong, but it's very easy to get sort of lost in that trap on YouTube where the algorithm only shows you the bad things because that's what you're looking for. And I promise you, if you start looking for the good things, you will find them very easily, and it will be the exact opposite. But firefighters often don't find themselves in the positions that police do, and so they don't as often have the opportunity to make a bad choice. And I think that's something a lot of people ignore. Are there bad firefighters out there? Of course there are. There's an entire thing called something about firefighters and arson, where they think they're like, I'm a hero. People tell me a hero. I want to be a hero. So they will start a fire in order to put it out and feel good about themselves. It's like the firefighter arson phenomenon. And by no means is it super common, but it is enough of a thing to have like its own Wikipedia article page thing. Pretty sure it's a whole thing. Artie, how's it going? Welcome to the party. He was doing a premiere. I figured I'd review it live while handcuffed, just to make fun of him. Not make fun of him, but to basically establish his claims are nonsense. But firefighters are great. Oh, sorry, story. Look, I'm just doing this to delay so I'm in handcuffs longer. So the moment this video is done, I'm going to get out of these things because I got other stuff to do today. But Keeping It Criminal, welcome to the party as well, says he has more Twitter followers than Chili. Doesn't surprise me. He does not have many Twitter followers compared to a lot of his claims. I'm sorry. That's going to be a future video. I have a script written and everything. I can't reveal it yet. So there was an incident. It was a medical emergency, and I got to an intersection. I stopped at the intersection to make sure it was clear. Lights and sirens. I switched out the siren tone so that everyone was paying attention, did everything by the book correctly. I started to move forward, and it wasn't a fire truck, but it was one of their SUVs, just 80 miles an hour through the intersection that I was about to go through, which I had cleared and I was at, and I had the right of way. And technically, he was supposed to yield to me, because I had already entered the intersection before he had gotten to it. Despite him also running lights and sirens, it was just a bad choice on their part. I got there first. I cleared it. I did everything appropriately. You're supposed to slow down at the intersections. I expected him to do the right thing and slow down at the intersection. He did not. 80 miles an hour as I started to pull into it, just right through it. And of course, I'm not expecting it because I'm like, he's going to do the right thing. He's going to follow his training. I have my lights. I have my sirens. I switched up the tone. He knows. He sees me. Nope. So once that call was over, I went to the desk sergeant and just yelled at them. More like yelled to them. It's like, give them this message. If I ever hear that happening again, I will file complaints to the president if I have to. Not really. I didn't actually say that, but like I made a big fuss and I made it very clear. I was very upset. I almost died. That's the story. Yeah. So are they perfect? No. But are they great? For the most part, yeah. I have some very good friends who are firefighters. It's a whole thing. Thank you. Joshua, thank you so much. Good to have you here as well. Just to piss off Chili. If Delete Lawz is always promoting his bogus papers, wouldn't that mean he's not getting as many views / revenue as he claims? Probably yes. He hypes himself up a lot in his views, about his channel, about his knowledge, about his experience, about the things people say about him. And all of it is a lie. I'll give you a little example. So he claims to have had 300,000 subscribers on TikTok. I found no evidence of that. He has provided no evidence of that. But on TikTok, he has something like 7,000 subscribers. Instagram is 11,000 and Facebook is YouTube is 28,000. I might have gotten some of those backwards. I might have flipped Instagram and TikTok. If he had 300,000 subscribers, you'd think some of them would come back, right? You'd think. Now, I wouldn't expect all of them to come back, but his oldest video on his new TikTok is, let's say, was it November 2021? So he's had 3-4 months to them back. Where were they? Where are they? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? As far as him claiming to be an MMA fighter, his story on that kind of changes. Sometimes he just says he's fought with professionals. Sometimes he says, I think his claim probably is, like we saw with DeWitt, is he's taking truth and bending it. I believe at some point he worked at a MMA gym. So he's probably sparred with people who went pro or who have competed or entertained at a very high level. But I don't think he ever did it professionally. I don't think he was necessarily better than them, although I'm sure he won a few. He's not a small guy. He's a very aggressive guy. But when he gets called out for this sort of thing, he gets very, very angry, which is something I'm going to tell you guys a secret, because the longer I talk, the more I'm spending time I spend in handcuffs. So I was a professional investigator, which means I was a professional interrogator. I was pretty good at it. Not torture interrogations, just the legal definition, which is I'm asking potentially incriminating questions and you are in my custody. That's what an interrogation is. Fun fact, a lot of people misconstrue that. But we are taught in all sorts of things, specifically science of deception. Not whether or not you're lying necessarily, but whether or not you're trying to deceive me. You can tell the truth and still be trying to deceive me. And one of the things you learn is if someone's telling a lie, they will often get angry right away and then calm down. When someone's not being deceptive, they will be calm right away and then build up to anger as they get frustrated that you don't believe them. But someone who's trying to be deceptive jumps right to, why don't you believe me, right away? Which we see with Delete Lawz. Now, maybe that's just his personality and it has nothing to do with deception, which is why you don't usually use just one deceptive thing, right? One sign of deception is generally not enough. But there are signs that he is running a scam. Will I say he's running a scam outright? I will be very hesitant to do so. But all of the indicators are there. All of the indicators. And we'll get into that with more content in the future, because I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff on this guy because there's so much to do. And it's so easy. He makes it so easy. Yeah. Anyway, all right. We are 29 minutes into my video, and we've only been watching his for not like 5 minutes maybe. I think his premiere's ended. We have 14 minutes left on his.
Libertarian, I'm trying to get a cop to let me put you in handcuffs for 10 minutes.
Probably not going to happen.
Huh?
It's probably not going to happen.
Just as soon as you put them on, they're torture. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, we've been in there.
No. It's a statement of opinion, not a statement of this is factually torture. It's just a guy being agreeable. I mean, good for him for getting that video, though. It helps him a lot. It's a great video to have. Oh, Archangel Truth is here. Archangel Truth, our resident sovereign citizen, says, face him on his channel, Blue Bacon. Stop attacking until you catch him behind his back. I'm live, dude. He can come here anytime. He has an invite to my live stream, an open invite for tonight. I invited him first, and then he said, no, come to mine, and somehow I'm the coward? No, bud. What else did he say? He says, you won't because you fear to face him on his channel where you have no control. No, I just don't see the point in it because he won't. And because I've seen him do debates, doing more finger quotes behind my back, where he tries to control it so that he looks good and not for the actual accurate presentation of information from both sides in a fair environment. I want to educate. I want to teach people. If I'm going to have a debate, it's going to be in a fair environment that allows both of us to present that information as best as possible. I am also limited in a fair debate, the same as he is. And if he's scared of a fair debate, that makes him the coward, not me. I'll do it on a different channel, one that is neither of ours. I will not do it on his because I know how he behaves. I know how he debates. And I'm not impressed. I invited him first. He's the coward because he cannot go to a place where it is a fair debate stage, a fair environment for a discussion, because he knows that he will lose. He is the coward. And I'm not doing this behind his back. I am live right now. My videos are public. He's not blocked on my channel, but he's blocked me on his because, I don't know, maybe I'm disrupting a scam. Who knows? That's speculation. So, what a funny statement that I will continue to laugh about over and over again, that you continue to make and continue to get corrected on. One of the things with Archangel Truth is he gets taught everything that he needs to know, and he still ignores it and still is the same nonsense. It's just like, bro, why can't you learn? Captain Cactus, thank you so much, says, don't forget to join Blue Bacon's OnlyFans page, which does not exist, ladies and gentlemen. Our Lord and Savior, Taser yet. Where he wears handcuffs in various poses while reading the Constitution. You know what? I like that. I might steal that idea with your permission. Dan Tibbet, thank you so much. Says, a stream while I work. Thanks for all the entertainment and keep it sassy. Thanks to you guys for being here. I'm amazed you guys are here. I know that some of you on the other side of the pond, for example, Lady Dragon's Blood, I believe, and I'm seeing the pound sign from the Captain Cactus donations, so I assume you as well. I've been saying that I'm going to do streams earlier in the morning for some of you, and I did one last time, and this felt right. I'm sorry I didn't announce it, but this was just very last minute. So, also, I thought it'd be kind of funny if I got more viewers than he did without an announcement, because next time he says, I have more subscribers, say, I have more interaction. It's a good time. It's good stuff. And fortunately, that worked out. I would not have brought that up if it did not work out. We would not have known that that was something I wanted. But anyway. Yeah, Archangel still comes back for more. I think that's one of his kinks. Maybe his kink is being, I guess, degraded. And maybe Delete Lawz has a handcuff kink. I don't kink shame. If that's your thing, by all means. But like, find a place to do it where everyone is okay with it, right? Consent is sexy. Consent is sexy, ladies and gentlemen. Always have consent. But anyway, where's the poll? We were promised a poll. No, I promised. Who said that? Was that you, C. Carl Go? Is that who I said? Yeah, C. Carl Go. I promised I would ask my girlfriend if she had any objections. Now, she has been tasked with making sure I don't do anything really, really stupid. And the standard for that is whether or not it would inhibit, I guess would be the word, a political run. Not that I haven't already ruined all my chances on that. It's not that I want to run for politics. It's just that's kind of the standard I set as would society find me unelectable, not because of my positions, not because of my views, but because of the nonsense I do on this channel? Would that be an immediate, bah! It's a fun reference, early 2000 reference for all of you. Anyway. Archangel for Truth says, I would be 100% fair. Yeah, that... You're going to have to earn that trust, bud, because at no point have you done anything that indicates you are trustworthy. Palma, thanks so much. That's a fun sticker. I haven't seen that one before. Anyway, let's keep watching this.
What's going on, man? I don't need to
I want to interrupt his thing. You guys overturned Terry shirt on? Oh man, if you watch his videos on like why we should overturn Terry, and I reviewed one of them and laughed and laughed and laughed while I was handcuffed. I think I was handcuffed for that one. He just references a bunch of cases that are not relevant. And I am confident he does that because he wants to appeal to an audience that is susceptible to race baiting. Race baiting sounds like it's a very negative thing. It's negative because he's doing it. People who are susceptible to it, I'm not saying that they are wrong for being susceptible to it. There are a lot of reasons you would be susceptible to it that are not your own fault by any means. But what a garbage thing to do, to try to get content by appealing to a group due to their emotional... What am I trying to say here? Vulnerability, emotional vulnerability, by basically lying to them and then asking for their money. What a garbage thing to do. Terry who? Terry versus Ohio is a major case, 1968, from, what is it, Chicago? No, it's Illinois. Where was it in Ohio? I just went over it, too. For the life of me, can't remember. I was looking at the case in Chicago. So now I don't have all the details in my head. Top of my head, you know how it is. But what city? Doesn't really matter. I'm just like, I like to have the facts. But he gets so much wrong. Sorry. Anyway, what did MCC say about the vehicle? He's pretending not to be upset about it getting towed. For the record, MCC, Michigan Constitutional Crusader, has lent his vehicle out to Broken Sister, Broken Trust. Broken Sister, Broken Trust got caught driving it while it was not insured. Shame on both of them. He did not have a driver's... I don't think his driver's license was valid at the time. And so the car was towed because that's a mandatory tow for driving without insurance and driving while license suspended or expired in a lot of states. I assume the same for Michigan. And it's a mandatory tow if you don't have insurance because the vehicle can't be driven on the public road without insurance, and therefore it has to be towed out of there. That's generally the justification for that. So they're all like, it wasn't a big deal. That stuff's expensive. So I better not hear any complaints from Michigan Constitutional Crusader about money. Anyway. Cleveland, that's the one.
Sure, camera.
Welcome back to Cleveland today. It's Cleveland. If anyone of you has seen those videos, good times. My college roommate was from Cleveland. Can't believe I didn't remember what it was. Anyway.
The camera, but
so many interruptions. That's so much. Thank you so much. Says Joey doesn't want a discussion. He just wants to hear himself talk. It's almost like he's trying to convince himself to believe the lie by repeating it over and over. I beat it. Yeah, no, he doesn't want to debate. He wants to convince people. He knows he can't do that in a fair environment. Where's the moment I switch over? Yep. Every time. He said, back up, Tare. Oh my God. Tare, no. Solid reference. That's the guy in the wheelchair with the firework, right? You guys are great. Krabby, thank you so much. Says a small price to pay in order to enjoy Delete Lawz being humiliated by you once again. And this isn't even this wasn't even planned. We're still doing a stream on him later that I'll actually have planned out. Anyway, Bobby handcuffed from the front. for ease of movement because it's just there's a lot. It's difficult to do this from the back and get the mouse right. But I'll still be handcuffed. Archangel of the Truth says, you don't know my motivations, Blue Bacon, and if you understood them, you wouldn't object her. I assume you mean object. It's unfair for me to call you out. I make typing mistakes too. No, I've interacted with you enough that I have a pretty solid idea of what you're about. And it's based on misinformation and lies. So, sorry. Anyway,
On your flag, yes, sir.
Lindsay, it is too early to drink. I only drink once a week. Well, I might sip a beer, but rarely. My streams in the weekends are basically the only time that I have like hard liquor. Liquor. I hardly know the girl. Solid joke. Solid. With consent. But yeah. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm going to ramble because now's the time to ramble because I'm in handcuffs. I'm going to prove him wrong. Because Delete Lawz is a big, silly bumpkin. But, so there was a stream. Broken Sister, Broken Trust had a stream. And I was in there correcting him live, which he gets very riled up. And it's very fun. And then his 3 stands try to get involved. And it's just embarrassing for them. They are not equipped for this. I'd motion my head, but I can't. But he so Broken Trust has had or still does. I won't say that he still does, but he certainly has had a problem with the drug methamphetamine, also known as meth, also known as many other things. We don't have to get into it. And at some point during his stream, and he said this before, he said, I believe that adults should be able to decide what they put into their bodies, which is kind of funny coming from the guy who drives without a driver's license and possibly also while on meth. He did get caught by his own admission with a DUI. So, yeah, putting things into your body and then engaging in activities that would make that very, very dangerous. No, you should not have the right to do that. Now, if you want to smoke a blunt in your own home away from public prying eyes, I find it hard to personally, in a personal, not professional capacity, argue with that. I think personally, based on my research, marijuana is less dangerous than alcohol. And if alcohol is legal, then it seems very strange that marijuana shouldn't be. And of course, there's a long history explaining why it is. And that's the whole thing. I think Delete Lawz does touch on that, which is fair. Like, that's something that should be addressed, that it was used to try to harm communities that the government saw as a threat to their existence, I guess. Or the people in power saw as a threat to, the maintenance of their position in power. But I'm not going to say it should be legal. I'm saying I personally don't have a problem. However, if you're a soldier and you're smoking, I'm going to get you. You signed a contract. You know better. Aaron, thank you so much. Says Henry Crabgrass approves all this consent talk. That's right. If you're in the military and you can't follow basic instructions, I have a problem with you, right? If you're in a job where you have to be able to follow instructions to keep people alive, including yourself, it seems very foolish to do drugs that you know you're not allowed to do, right? I have no sympathy for you, but that's the whole thing. It's anyway. It's not the real BSBT, I don't believe, folks. For those of you asking, some of your chats. Anyway, Keeping Criminal says Archangel, I believe, is always polite, just misguided on law fact. I've seen him be impolite, I believe, unless I'm getting him confused. I've seen him be wrong consistently, I'll tell you that.
That's right. And as you know, that mask doesn't help anything. You guys are terrorists.
Oh, I've seen this. Oh, I didn't realize this was him. I've seen that video with the mask. I had no idea. The mask doesn't do anything. That's not true. The studies prove it. Various masks are more effective than other masks. The masks protect other people from you and your breath. Oh, but air goes to the mask. Yes, but they're there to stop the water droplets. oh, well, this study showed that the fine powder went through the mask. Yeah, fine powder is not water droplets. They are different sizes. The fine powder is smaller. That's just a standard test they do. Every study has basically shown that masks are, to some degree, effective. I'll take 20% effective over 0% effective any day. I don't know if 20% is the right number. I'm just making up a number. But masks work when used correctly. The problem is a lot of people don't use them correctly. Anyway, yeah.
You put these on people and you torture them. This is not
No.
detainment, it's torture.
No.
I don't want to put a cop in
He
handcuffs
also doesn't
for
know
10
what
minutes.
detain.
I
Hold on,
just
let
put
me.
my cousin in handcuffs.
He also doesn't know what detainment is. By the way, he's very confused about detainment. He's made that very, very clear, which is just, bro. You've had plenty of time to figure this out. Sometimes he says it's 20 years. Sometimes he says it was 2 years. Then he's been studying this. We're gonna have a video going over all of that. Ugh, it's a thing.
Handcuffs for 10 minutes. How did he react? Put a cop in handcuffs for 10 minutes. I just put my cousin in handcuffs for 10 minutes.
How did he react?
How did she react? She was the black woman who said she backed the blue.
Oh, that's probably what that video was that we saw earlier.
So I said, well, let's put you in cuffs for 10 minutes. And now
Pretty sure he had a video where he said his cousin didn't say that or didn't back the blue. Whatever. I might be wrong about that, though.
she says she still isn't anti-cop, but she doesn't support the police policies of handcuffing people.
Cool. So Chili does not know how to handcuff people, and has made it clear if he's going to handcuff someone, he's going to do it improperly to make it hurt. That's not how that works. Also, Tequila Mockingbird, thank you so much. Welcome to the party. He says he has 2 brain cells. One is missing and the other is out looking for it. That's good. Anyway, all right, let's see what this alleged cousin of his has to say.
Yeah, it's pretty tight, but I can see how, you know, some
It's pretty tight, so maybe it's already put on wrong.
brutal cop, I mean, they might put him on tighter than this, and then it.
Oh, okay, so now it's torture if it's a brutal cop, not any cop. Got it. MSCB Burgie, thank you. Says if masks aren't effective, then why do we wear them in the OR? That's right. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Now, a lot of people say, well, the cloth masks aren't effective. No, they are less effective. They still work when used correctly. Now, the OR, the operating room, I imagine what you're talking about. The standards for use and the training for use is obviously higher than the general public. But, yeah.
It would be, I mean, it's uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable. They could be looser.
They could be looser. I'm telling you guys, he probably put them on too tight.
They definitely could be a little bit looser.
Oh,
I have before in training.
So,
Yeah. So
she
how long did they
didn't
put 'em on
say that handcuffs are torture. If that was her, if he cut to that, which is, I assume he's insinuating that that was her. She didn't say it was torture. She said, I could see how it would hurt if it was a bad cop. Now, Chili thinks all cops are terrorists, so he assumes a bad cop means all cops. It's not how that works. It's not how that works. But yeah, no, that is a clear example of him taking information, trying to manipulate it into something that supports his views, when in reality, no, not so much. It doesn't necessarily go against his views, but it's clearly not the exact thing he's trying to pretend it is. Where's my mouse? I've lost my mouse, folks.
before when they put them on you?
I can't
Just a
recall,
second?
honestly. Not too long.
Did they cuff you behind your back for like 16 minutes? 20
Now
minutes?
it's 16 minutes. I thought it was 10. I think the 16 minutes come from the case he was talking about at the Texas meeting, where he's like, someone was handcuffed for 16 minutes and it was torture. So now it's 16. You're like, keep your story straight, dude. Shouldn't be hard. 10 minutes is a nice, easy, round number. Why are you having trouble remembering it?
For that long? Yeah, handcuffs are really, it's tough, dude. Handcuffs are absolutely torture.
So, like, have you had your handcuffs put behind your back?
I have.
So don't you guys think it's inhumane upon suspicion a Terry stop?
I can go a whole month without taking someone to a dentist.
Hold on.
So don't you guys think it's inhumane upon suspicion a Terry stop?
I can go.
What does that have to do with? He likes to do this. So you'd be like, oh, this is the thing. Also, Terry, stop. Red herring fallacy. Objection. Might need that. Oh, I don't know how to. I'm gonna put that back in. Oh no. No. Well, I'm not going to be able to hear anything. So I'm just going to read the captions. Don't mind me. You should help us get us through it faster. No, it's fine. Those captions.
A whole month without taking something to a dentist.
A whole month.
You're my cousin.
I get the
I don't
idea.
want to rip
Where does he? Oh, he doesn't have a transcript. That's a shame.
your skin, so I'm treating you soft with the tender gloves here.
I get the
But
idea.
If I get upset, Tawny, and I say, you come with me, do you feel the difference right there?
Yeah.
And now your shoulders are sensitive. If I lift up the cuffs above your shoulders,
If I lift the cuffs above your shoulders,
you see the damage?
you see the damage. If you lift the cuffs, you don't do that. You don't lift the cuffs up unless you are trying to gain compliance because the person is fighting. There are two things you can do. You can lift up to bend them forward, or you can pull down to drop them onto the ground. That's not standard stuff. That's incident and situation specific. What a dumb... It's torture. It's always torture. It's torture every time. But I can only establish it's torture by actually using it to inflict pain intentionally. Remember that video I did? I released it yesterday. It was like a minute and a half, super short. Did everything it needed to do in a minute and a half. It was super easy. Where I said it had to be intentional infliction of pain. Yeah. I wonder if, I'm sure there's something interesting being said. If I whip these up here. Notice how I'm handcuffed. I'm still able to do this. Can I wiggle this into my ear? No way this is gonna work. Problem solving in a live stream. Oh. Oh my God, I'm the best. I'm the best. It's not in my ear, but it's over my ear. I should still be able to hear something. I just can't move too much. Yeah, if this is torture, surely his video, good point, Tones, would that be torture? Probably not, because consent, but consent sexy, folks. Where's my mouse? Let's see if I can hear this.
It's not even my shoulders. It's my wrists. They're the cuffs. This shit hurts. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the cuffs are too tight. So it's not even my shoulders. It's the cuffs are too tight. Now, the fun fact, Chili has said that it's torture because of the shoulders, because his shoulders, not everybody's shoulders. So it's not even her shoulders, it's her wrists, which tells us that he did it too tight. So he did it incorrectly. Hilarious. He's putting out videos that discredit himself, that prove him wrong. It's amazing. And people still don't even notice because he's appealing to their emotion and they'll overlook it. They'll overlook his idiocy because they want to believe.
Yeah, see, what you guys don't understand is those are torture. Those are immediate torture.
They're immediate torture. All right. Earlier he said it's torture when he yanked people around, or he implied it was torture if you yank people around, or you put the hands above the shoulders. But now it's immediate torture. Can't keep his story straight. He edited this. Someone edited this, and they made him look foolish. Made him look foolish.
Sir, just
Oh, she's reading something, you say. We can check that.
You feel the difference?
Watch her
Yeah.
eyes.
And now your shoulders are sensitive. If I lift up the cuffs above your shoulders, you see the damage I can put on your shoulder right there?
It's not even my shoulders. It's my wrists. They're the cuffs. This shit hurts. Yeah.
She's looking off camera. Now, that doesn't mean that she's reading something, but not a bad observation. It could mean that there are notes that she's reading off of. It's possible there's someone off camera she's looking at, but Chili is next to her, not where she's looking. And he's the one having the conversation. So that is weird. I'm not going to say that is enough to establish for sure that she's reading notes, but it's something to keep in mind. Yeah. Leland? Sorry. Says they ain't supposed to be comfortable. you're not wrong. I mean, they're not supposed to be necessarily uncomfortable, but they're not designed for maximum comfort by any means. But they're not awful. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Where is it? My mouse.
See, what you guys don't understand is those are torture. Those are immediate torture.
Handcuffs are just meant, it's a detaining measure. Basically, it's a way to secure hands.
Incorrect.
They're not made to be super comfortable.
No,
but they're not going to hurt anyone.
What do you?
Max, thank you so much, by the way. Thumbs up to you. You can't tell. I'm doing it from behind. Back the Blue, how's it going? It says, please do a debate with him. If the invitation's open, he knows where to find me. He has my email. He's blocking me on his channel, though. Which is a shame. I was only pointing out his errors. Politely, too. Maybe. Maybe it was politely. But Keeping Criminal makes a good point. Says he's not trained to use cuffs. I keep losing my mouse. It's fine. Anyway. Cyan Rose. Cyan? So, you know how I am. Says... Audio. Anyway, sorry. Says she's being prompted. You see something similar in all his other interviews. I'll check that out, actually, because that is definitely worth looking into for calling him out, if I can establish that beyond a reasonable doubt.
What are you talking about? Let me put him on you for 10 minutes.
And I mean, we're friendly, dude. You and I don't have a beef. Right. I got no beef with this. Like, we get along like Poncho and Chips.
What I want to see him do is actually go to a law enforcement academy and get taught to do it correctly. That's what I'd love to see. Right? Like, do that. You want to prove the police are bad, do ride-alongs, go to the academies, get educated, and then use that information and use it to establish what you got to establish. Sure. I don't have a problem with you establishing police are bad, but I want you to know what you're talking about so that when you try to establish it, you are being accurate about it. Call out the bad cops. Just a lot of people calling them out have no idea what a bad cop is or what makes a cop bad, or how the laws work, or how law enforcement works, or any of that stuff. Very frustrating.
I'm not talking to you.
This guy's still going crazy.
If you would get away from me, don't be talking to me. The same thing with him. Get away from me.
Is this because I said he was still going crazy?
If you would get away from me, don't be talking to me. The same thing with him. Get away from me.
Is this because I said he was black? He is black.
It's because I said he was black. He's
You've
black.
been putting
There are some concerns, by the way, about some racially charged statements that Chili might have made in the past. Looking into that.
You have hands behind your back. You stick them on tight. You stick them on tight like you just called me and my mama, and I put them on tight.
Okay, so they have to be too tight for it to be torture, is what it sounds like. Make up your mind. It's either immediate torture or it's torture if you're actually torturing someone with them. So in all of his examples of here's how they're bad, he's doing it incorrectly. He's saying, well, sometimes police get mad and they do it incorrectly. Well, first of all, it's not a great statement, but maybe be a little nicer to them and they won't make a mistake. Second, I've been mad at people and I still put the handcuffs on correctly because it's super easy to do. It's hard to mess up handcuffs. It is. So he's intentionally messing up handcuffs to try to prove that all handcuffs are torture. No. Now, if he was trying to prove that all handcuffs have the potential to be torture devices, great. So does bamboo. So does water. So do a lot of things. Doesn't mean it's not like if I go to a gas station, I say, hey, your Dasani water bottle, not sponsored. Hey, your bottle of water over there is torture. Because it can be used for torture. They're going to laugh at me like we're laughing at him. Then what a stupid statement to make. It doesn't make sense. Come on, guy.
Tight. You done that?
How many times have you been put in handcuffs, kid?
Sorry about my mouse here, by the way.
Young enough, you
It's just, I lose it if I don't keep it in view.
can change this. You can quit now and do something good with your life. People hate you, dude. People just quiet about it because they're afraid. They're afraid of the government. But people hate your guts, bro.
No, Chili, you hate his guts. A lot of other people are totally chill with him. Some people even like him, I'm sure. I like him, don't even know him. You hate him, you don't even know him. I feel like if you can hate him without even knowing him, I can like him without even knowing him. Kind of works both ways, doesn't it? Super simple stuff. Next, I thanked you. Yeah, because he did the thumbs up. Joshua Lee, thank you so much again, by the way. He says, in my opinion, it seemed to me Delete Lawz just wants to profit off of a problem. If he truly wanted to make a change, he would do so in court or through legislation. Yeah. So if he really wanted to make a change, he'd be going about this differently. Not necessarily through court legislation. That is a great way to do it. And that's usually what I recommend is if you want to make a change, there are paths to do it. And people are like, whoa, government will block me. Thank you. Cool. And then there are paths to deal with that. But what he's doing is not, it's just making him look silly. I'm not going to say stop doing it because you have opinions about something. What I'm saying is stop providing misinformation to try to promote it. Learn, get better, educate
Literally
yourself.
half of the people hate you.
And then you had to live behind your back for an hour. Stick.
An hour, no.
Oh, by the way, we're at an hour. Right now. Literally an hour. Not torture. Doing great.
Handcuff you to a
As
bench.
you can see, I have big wrists, and so my
Oh,
wrists get
dude.
bloody when I practice with handcuffs. So.
Dude, this guy's gnarly. He's got the fist. He's got the scars on his fists. This guy's a fighter, dude.
Hey, thank you, David.
You would not want to fight this
Captain
guy. You're
Cactus,
not
by
in
the
real
way.
life with him.
Thank you as
You would
well.
not
Sorry,
want
I'm
to fight
talking
him
over
if
him.
you saw him in real life, dude. You would not.
Hold on. Says Gamma Chow needs to stop moving the goalpost. Right? Lot of moving, just all over the place. By the way, have I told you guys recently? You guys are great. Thanks for being here on this unannounced stream. Fantastic.
Not in real life with him. You would not want to fight him if you saw him in real life, dude. You would not. Dude, let's do it. I put my cousin Tawny in handcuffs the other day for 10 minutes.
He's on duty, stupid. What happens if you get the call and you're like, nah, I'm just not going to release you? No.
And I showed everybody what her reaction was.
We'll see.
Are you scared?
No, I'm not
Are
scared.
you scared?
No, but
Are you scared of the cuffs?
No.
Are you scared?
It's kind of weird.
Are you
know?
scared?
No.
So when you see someone on the side of the road now and they're in handcuffs, do you understand that what they're feeling now?
Objection, leading the witness.
I could imagine that it would.
Objection. Good enough. so stupid.
Maybe be worse because I know that you're not trying to hurt me and they're pretty tight, but you want to get the idea across.
No, I think he's trying to hurt her. He already lifted her shoulders around. He's probably put it on too tight. I think he's trying to hurt her to prove a point while telling her, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm pretty sure he is.
Me of what it feels like. So
Oh, they could be tighter.
Yeah, I'm trying to get.
Hold on, what are you saying?
of what it feels like. So
Oh, they could be tighter.
Yeah,
They could be tighter. Show us. Show us, my dude. I'll show you my handcuffs. How tight they are. Cannot get a finger in. They're pretty tight. I'm sorry you can't see it very well. That's how tight. Okay, they are not super loose. I'm gonna give you the other one as well. They are not super loose. Oh, I lost my headphone again. Let's see. Try to get as much of that angle as I can. It's not easy. Can get a finger barely in there, get the pinky finger at that. Not on the sides, but here. Honestly, this left one is probably one click too tight. But it's over an hour now. And Taco, so Taco has a soundbite that he wanted me to use. I haven't set that up yet because I didn't expect to do this stream. I was gonna have that for tonight. Alright. Don't mind me. My head ASMR. Problem solvers here. Keep in mind, I'm handcuffed. I should be incredible amounts of pain. Look at all these things I'm doing while handcuffed. Almost as if it's not torture. You've seen that the handcuffs are not loose. The left one's actually a click too tight. The right one is pretty much perfect. Almost. Yeah. Ha. Genius. Cool. Let's keep watching.
I'm trying to get a couple cops to do the handcuff challenge.
And guess
I
what?
really
They're
want to
all
do it. I've asked
on
like 10
duty.
not really.
They're
Five,
all
I
on
think I'm at
duty,
5
and so
cops
they
far.
won't because they can't. They're not allowed to, dude. Super simple. Let's see, hold on.
But let me just talk to you for a second. Listen, when you put that on, when you put that thin blue line on, what you do is you tell the public that you're our enemy, that you believe that it's us versus them.
No. You're talking about the thin blue line, this mask here. So he thinks that that is indicative of a terrorist organization's terrorist flag. I actually have a video on that. We're going to go over that in the future with him. Like, things planned with this dude. No, the thin blue line is representation of the police officers that separate order from chaos. That's it. It's literally it. Now, there are organizations who have taken that flag and flown it in a way that it was never supposed to be flown. People do that with the American flag, too. Is the American flag a terrorist flag? I would argue no. The thin blue line flag, also not a terrorist flag. If the thin blue line is on the American flag, that's not desecration. I actually covered that in the video as well. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's a dumb statement based on emotion, not fact. But anyway. And Great Leader asks, why would an on-duty cop get cuffed? You can steal their gun and car if they do it. A great point. I hadn't even gotten that far in my head into the situation. What a stupid thing that would... You genius. You know what? Great Leader, well done. Good point. Love it.
That's what happens when you put that thin blue line on. You tell us that you're against us by wearing that thin blue line, that you've pledged allegiance not to the Constitution.
That's an opinion.
But
No, don't be stupid. You don't pledge allegiance to a Constitution anyway. You swear an oath to the Constitution when you're a peace officer. When you're a sworn peace officer, you swear an oath to the Constitution. You don't pledge allegiance to it. The only thing I've ever pledged allegiance to was like high school, elementary school. I pledged allegiance to the flag. I never pledged allegiance to the Constitution, although I kind of do like that better, honestly, pledge allegiance to the Constitution. No, wearing a blue line is what a stupid statement. Back that up with fact. Why don't you? That's a statement based on emotion, not fact, but it's being presented as fact. So we're going to give him one of those. Let's see, where is my mouse? There it is.
blue stripe on your face, and it's an embarrassment.
Don't you dare
That
stand
officer
down
did a
after
good job.
3 minutes.
He did exactly what he should have done, which is not engage. You're not going to win that argument because it's not an argument that is based on anything factual. Sarah Marie, thank you so much. Says, check this European time zone friendly stream. Is handcuffed streaming becoming a regular thing? No king shaming here. Every time I talk about delete Lawz, it's going to be in handcuffs. I have them behind my back this time because he wanted to make his video about handcuffs. I thought it'd be really funny. But in the future, it's probably just going to be in front of me for the ease of... Sorry, I dropped my mouse again. For the ease of functionality and all that good stuff. The problem is this chair. The back of it is bumpy. I keep getting the mouse caught and dropping it. Where is it? There it is. Got it. All right.
You stand there. You cause a scene. You create a commotion. Enough is enough is enough.
Okay.
I've had it with...
Sounds like what he's trying to tell you to do is possibly obstruction. I wouldn't recommend following that. Now, can you protest? Sure. But he's basically... Oh, there's a law for this. It wouldn't be promoting violence necessarily. But he's getting close to that. That's a dangerous statement to make.
I've had it.
You've had it. You've had it. We're doing great over here.
Dude, if you said to me, Chili, you're under arrest. You got to come with me. Okay, I agree to go with you. That's it. I just looked at his body camera and I say, okay, I agree to go with you. I'm not going to assault you. Okay. Dude, why can't it be that?
Because what happens when you change your mind, stupid? What if it's all a scheme? You're like, I'm going to get in the patrol car while I'm not handcuffed and then, attack him. Ha-ha! Right? When I let him drop his guard because I'm being so cooperative. Nah! You're like, well, that's ridiculous. Maybe he's not going to do that, but maybe he is. And it happens. It happens, folks. Right? What if you change your mind? What if you change your mind? Jesus Christ. It's not that complicated. Lost my mouse again. There it is.
Why can't it be that? No, I get you're gonna, right? I mean, we don't have any problems.
I love that he doesn't finish his thoughts on this. He just, cut away before the stupid parts come out.
I don't consider you confrontational. I'm not being confrontational. Then let's do it. Wait till you're not on duty.
Ooh, chili bingo. I might have to do that. I might make that happen. Good call.
Come over to my house, and for the 10-minute handcuff challenge, dude, I would just like to see your face at the moment you understand how badly they affect you. 10 minutes.
I'll keep it in mind. All right, I'll check out your channel.
Don't you dare stand down after 3 minutes. You stand there. You cause a scene. You create a commotion. Enough is enough is enough. I've had it with these. I've had it.
That's the second time that clip's been in there. Did someone forget he already used it? Interesting.
2 cops I met, really cool dudes on the side of the road, or seemed really cool. And then when I said, let's do a handcuff challenge, they were like, no. And then I realized they thought I meant now. Like on.
Joshua Lee, thanks so much. Says props for starting to grow a stash. Blue bacon, moustache bacon. That's right. It will be gone soon enough. Wow.
On duty with a gun on your belt, let's put you in handcuffs for 10 minutes. And I was like, no, dude. I mean, like, I really want to set this up, but I have zero traction.
Okay, we addressed that. Someone addressed that. Like, it was leader, something leader. Sorry, he's still talking. Let me go back. Yeah, so he's like, oh, they thought I meant right now, which someone brought up in the chat. Was it dear leader? Sorry, I already forgotten. Not that I don't care about you. You're all important to me. But no, he literally stated, let's do it right now. How is that not him saying we're going to do it later? Get out of here. Like, pick an argument, dude. It's just come on.
Set this up, but I have zero traction.
No, you're contacting all these agencies?
Well, it's not that you wouldn't do it. It's that we physically can't. Like we have weapons and whatnot that limits us on doing, right? Like,
well, I mean, not right this minute, fellas. I got you.
Oh yeah, not right this minute. Now that you've pointed it out, let me change my mind real quick, as if I wasn't being stupid the entire time.
Your card, though, if I send you an email.
That's what I thought you meant. Is right here.
Oh, dude, come on, you're on duty. Yeah. You're gonna get fired. No, dude. No, I'm not.
That's literally what I thought you meant.
No, I'm talking about like. No, dude. No, I'm not.
That's literally what I thought you meant.
No, I'm talking about like, give me your card, man. I'll send you an email if you guys. I really want it because I put Tawny in cuffs for 10 minutes and she now no longer supports the police policy of handcuffing people.
That's not what she said. That's not what she said. She said she could understand why it might be bad. Did she say that she doesn't support it at all? I don't know. It was edited in such a way that it was weird. Dennis Lang says, Blue Bacon. Apparently you're having trouble with your cuffs. Maybe you should start with something simple like a Chinese finger trap. I've misplaced mine. Joshua Lee, thank you, says, isn't this just Chili making a supercut of his older videos? So much for new content. It sure looks that way. Now, to be fair, he's, I believe, in Texas right now. So, he probably doesn't have access to all his video editing stuff in California.
Like, if you guys were actually putting cuffs for 10 minutes properly, you might not want to put people in handcuffs anymore unless you absolutely had to.
Now, again, so earlier he said, when you tighten it all the way, or whatever he said, it's torture. Now he's saying handcuffs properly are torture. You need to make up your mind, guy, because I'm in handcuffs properly, not torture. I'm now at 1 hour, 14 minutes. So, yeah, also, your cousin agreed with you. Super unbiased, I'm sure. Internet God, thank you for pointing that out.
We typically only do it when we have to. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but sometimes you say get out of the car and then they go into handcuffs right away.
You tell us by wearing that you're against us. That you are against the people and you're not for the Constitution. You know that, right? Like, that's how we see it. You can ignore me, but that's the truth.
Let me ask you, can you tell me, why would you put that on your face? How come you put that on your face? Why would you wear that?
Don't
I mean,
answer
there's
him.
thousands of people watching. Why would you wear that on your face?
Certain there aren't thousands of people watching. I'm certain. I've never seen a live stream of his that had thousands of people actively watching. Assuming that's a live stream.
I'm just wondering. Typical.
Typical officer. You won't answer my questions that are stupid questions. Oh, what? I'm sorry. Does he need to answer your questions? No. And you don't even need to answer his questions unless it was under specific situations and circumstances. What a look at this face. Although if you freeze my face at any time, I'm sure you get a ridiculous face as well. Typical. You won't answer my questions that are full of misstatements and opinions and emotional. Come on, guy.
Cop. I asked him exactly why he would wear a clown mask, and he.
But now it's a clown mask. See, was that a straw man argument at that point? That fallacy? Yeah, that seems right. Well done. This is why he doesn't want to debate me fairly, because he can't.
Acts like a clown. He doesn't speak. Embarrassing. What an embarrassment.
You cannot like
I agree, Chili. You are an embarrassment.
me, and that's fine. But what I'm trying to explain to you is these are not just for detainment. Those are absolute torture.
Well, we use
Nope.
them for detainment.
Aaron, thank you so much. Says send delete Lawz to a leather bar to ask him to put cuffs. Oh no, on some people. He'll find a few that beg for it. None that think is torture. Not king shaming.
No, you don't. You use them for torture. Let me put them on you right now. Put one on for 5 seconds. I'll stand over here.
Okay. Wait.
No, you don't. You use them for torture. Let me put them on you right now. Put one on for 5 seconds.
Let me put them on you right now, not later. Right now when you're on duty. Didn't he just say that he was telling officers that, oh, you're so silly for thinking I meant right now? He's saying right now. Stick to your script, dude. My God. And don't edit this. Don't edit it out of your video. You have so many contradictions in this. It's too easy. I'm handcuffed and I'm still running laps around you.
I'll stand over here.
Okay.
They're torture. I'm trying to listen. I'm not being mean to you. I'm trying to explain it.
We're not taking you in any aggressive manner just because you're.
But it's not funny. You don't understand. Every time you put those on someone, you hurt them. You hurt them. And I'm trying to get handcuffed.
Wait. Hold on. My mouse is there. It is.
You don't understand. Every time you put those on someone, you hurt them.
Every time you put someone in handcuffs, you hurt them. Every time. Not when you do it improperly. Every time. It's torture every time. Another inconsistency.
You hurt them. And I'm trying to get handcuffs.
Because after those cuffs for 10 minutes, dude, you've been putting handcuffs for 10 minutes, have you?
I don't know if I've been in 10 minutes. But
For 10-minute handcuff challenge.
I'm not going to do it.
We're an hour 18 minutes in handcuffs. Well, and probably an hour 16. I think the first minute or so I was not in handcuffs. But at least an hour 15. We're doing great. I don't know what he's complaining about.
But yeah.
What do you mean you're not going to do it?
I've put a few people.
Do it now or do it later?
But yeah.
What do you mean you're not going to do it?
I've put a few people. I put my cousin Tawny in handcuffs.
I put a few people in handcuffs. Now I put my cousin Tawny in handcuffs. Which is it? Is it one person or a few people? Pick one, guy.
I put a friend of mine. I didn't film that one. I put him in handcuffs, and then I've asked maybe a half a dozen officers like yourself, have you been put in handcuffs?
I put a friend in handcuffs, but I didn't film it. Okay, great. So there's no evidence. Nice. Great. Well done.
And hard for 10 minutes with your arms behind your back. Because what it shows is that handcuffs are absolute torture.
It doesn't.
And there's a better way to detain people.
Sure.
And that you probably dyed in the wool, dyed in blue.
So this is him just attempting to get an emotional reaction. To be like, see, police are bad. Look, they all just want to be mean and aggressive and they hate me. Like, you're making yourself very hateable. I'm sure that dude does hate you, but look at him. Look at this officer. You can only see the top of his head, but he's keeping his cool. He's got handcuffs being thrown in his face. He's keeping his cool. Like a gosh darn champion. That is a good officer. And he wants to pretend that it's not? What a fool. What an idiot.
These have got to go. The blue flag stripes got to go.
I mean, and this one's wearing a blue stripe on his face.
He's still going with this guy.
I hate that. American.
This isn't even relevant to the handcuff thing. Come on.
You understand that, right? Inside of your organization, you guys might like that thin blue line, but out here in the real world, we hate it. We see it as you pledging allegiance to that.
I see it, and I'm applying what I think to everybody. Okay. Leave your echo chamber sometime. You'll find out the truth. Not everybody thinks the way you do. Archangel of Truth says, not inconsistent, Blue Bacon. Are you not paying attention to all of the inconsistencies? Literally going over them. Because in fact, you shook your wrist after removing the cuffs the first time you put... Okay. I rotated my wrist to get them out. Shook my wrists. I'm shaking my wrist right now. Am I being tortured? What a stupid statement. This is why I don't take you seriously, Archangel. I'm shaking them. Am I being tortured? You hear that? I'm pulling hard. Am I being tortured? No. I'm not. Because it's not torture. What? Oh my God. What? Was Chili wrong? Was he lying to people? Yes. Yes, he is. For money.
I still want to create change through a positive interaction. You know, I want to create that. And I think that once 10 cops here are put in torture cuffs and then...
Sarah, thank you so much. Says, do we know why Delete Lawz was unable to join the military? I don't know. If he's made that statement, I have not seen it. But he does have a pretty strong, pretty solid criminal record, which would certainly prevent him from joining now. And it's possible that he wasn't able to test into it. He did state that he graduated second to last in high school, which makes me think maybe he couldn't qualify. Or maybe he just didn't want to. I doubt he ever, at no point have I ever seen him. I've reviewed a lot of his stuff through the podcasts he's been on and various other things. Still have a lot of stuff to go through on his YouTube channel. But at no point did he ever indicate in those that I saw, and that doesn't mean he didn't, that he ever wanted to join the military. But yeah, there are a lot of reasons that he wouldn't be able to, for sure. Do I know which one it is? No.
They're put in that little slot when the heat's up high or it's down cold. I think pretty soon what will happen is... And I think that once 10 cops here are put in torture cuffs and then they're put in that little slot when the heat's up high or it's down cold.
Slot? What are you talking about, the little slot?
Change. But first I need 10 cops to go in cuffs and have their wrists get mangled. My cousin...
Oh, I need cops' wrists to get mangled. I'm going to mangle some wrists to prove a point. Like, the wrists shouldn't be getting wrangled. Or, what did I say? I say wrangled. Mangled in handcuffs. That's not what should happen. If you want to mangle wrists, you can do it with handcuffs. But you're not supposed to, for sure. Archangel for Truth says, okay, accept his challenge, Blue Bacon, for the 10K for the kids since you're okay with it. I've beaten his challenge, have I not? I'm in handcuffs for over an hour and 20 minutes. I was shaking them around. I have them up behind my back. See that? Is that torture? That's not something you maintain with a subject. This is a temporary thing. I can keep going. Is it torture? Oh, look, there they are. There are the handcuffs. You can see them right there. They're still on. Right? And if I shake them, I can't do it from this position. Am I being... Do you want me to hold this for 10 minutes? I'll hold it for 10 minutes. It's not comfortable. This is only something that happens if someone's fighting. Come on. This is what you want? You want me to do that for 10 minutes for $10,000 or however long he wanted? 16 minutes, 15 minutes, 18 minutes? He can't keep his story straight. He doesn't know how long he wants it. I can hold it for 10 minutes. I'm not going to like it. But if that's what's going to get me $10,000, I will do that for $10,000. That's easy. That's easy money. So I've done over the shoulder. I've done the shaking. We're at an hour 20 something. Oh no. Where's my money? He's going to give it to me? I don't think so. Because he's going to move the goalpost like he always does. Every single time. Because he's a little baby. Sorry. Excuse me. How's it going, courtroom? Thanks for subscribing. Anyway.
And Tawny, her wrist hurt for 3 days. And for the...
broken... sorry. No. Archangel of Truth says, no, you haven't because you had control all the time. I want you to face Chili in a cage for 10,000. Oh, a cage match for 10,000. What does that have to do with handcuffs, dude? Sweet red herring fallacy. Yeah, facing him in a cage has nothing to do with whether or not handcuffs are torture. But that's what he does, isn't it? He goes, oh, yeah, I can prove you wrong because I can beat you in a cage, as if it's relevant. It's not. What a stupid statement to make from him. What a stupid thing for you to do, to repeat it as if it was a good idea for him to try to use that as an arguing point. This is why I'm not impressed by you, Archangel. Be better than that. Be better. Could he beat me in a cage match? I wouldn't put it past him. I'm sure he could. You know, I'm a squirrely, rascally little dude, but I'm not a trained MMA fighter. Now, he allegedly used to teach at an MMA gym. I'm sure he has a lot of skills. I don't doubt that he could beat me. I'm not afraid of identifying my faults and the things I lack skill in. Now, can I fight? Sure. Could I take on a professional MMA fighter? Not if I want to win. But it has nothing to do with handcuffs or torture. But it kind of tells you something. The guy who's like, oh, I could beat you in MMA, can't handle handcuffs? Maybe he's lying about the MMA, right? Because I would be handcuffed in the cage, Archangel? What the hell are you talking about? So is it torture because I'm in a cage handcuffed? Because my mere presence in a cage? Or are you saying that I would be handcuffed in the cage and then he would beat me up for $10,000? So he's paying me $10,000 to beat me up when I can't fight back. That's what he wants to do is fight people who can't fight back. Sounds about right, honestly, given the way he's talked. But isn't that the thing that he accuses police of doing, is hurting people that can't fight back, or minorities, or people that are less, successful than them? Wouldn't that make him a tyrant? What does that tell you? A guy wants to pay people to beat them up when they can't fight back and defend themselves. Archangel of Truth says, I can't teach you black belt sovereign citizen kung fu. You can't teach anything. Archangel, you, at no point has anything that's ever come out of your fingers through the internet impressed me. I would be amazed if you taught me a single thing. And I'm open to it. I'd love it. Please do teach me. But I will continue to call out your inaccuracies, which has been every single comment I think you've ever made. I'm sure that has had anything substantial in it. So, are you trying to tell me, Archangel, that Delete Lawz wants to put me in a cage and beat me up while I'm handcuffed and can't fight back? That's what gets him off? That's what interests him? Wow. And this is the guy you're defending. The person who wants to beat up defenseless people. Whew. Okay, bud. This is a reflection on you, not me. Pat's Cats, thanks so much. Says, how about living life lawfully so no handcuffs? Now, that's an argument I see a lot. But people who don't break the law do sometimes still end up in handcuffs because maybe they're suspicious, right? But they don't mean to be suspicious. So I won't make the argument, don't break the law, you won't end up in handcuffs. I might say you're clearly breaking the law and have a habit of breaking the law, and that's why you're in handcuffs. But I won't say you won't end up in handcuffs if you don't break the law, because reasonable suspicion is a thing. It has to be reasonable, though. Archangel of Truth says, you forgot I taught you that you're wrong, by the way. A sovereign citizen is going to Juan and Artie, remember? Yet not in the context we were discussing. You took a thing out of context to try to earn a point in I don't even know what. Was not impressive. Well done. Good job. Wah, wah. That's what I expect from the guy who is, you are a sovereign citizen. I'll make that as a statement of fact. Or you present yourself as one.
For the 10-minute handcuff challenge, dude.
Ham Sandwiches here says Blue Bacon's a fool. He just wishes he was more relevant, but nobody cares. 263 viewers say otherwise. Well, 262. I'm delaying, folks. I got, how much more do I have left? 7 minutes of video left. The more I talk, the more I'm distracted, the longer I stay in handcuffs, and the more I prove Delete Lawz correct. Archangel of Truth says, point is I taught you that. You had to go outside of the context of the discussion to teach me a thing. Okay. Not the point you think it is. but okay. Hannibal True Silence says Archangel sounds like a soft sit. Yeah, he is.
I would just like to see your face at the moment you understand how badly they affect you.
Let me know if they get too painful, and I'll let you out. Okay.
Okay, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay.
I want to see the handcuffs on her.
As we get them on.
Of course, we don't see it. Do you hear how many clicks that was? Too many. See that face? That's the face of, oh my God, he's done it too tight. That's not the face of, these have been put on correctly. Tell you that right now.
So why am I being...
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. Let me show you how much that would probably be about. He's probably, that sounds like, sorry. Sounds like he's got it all the way to about there. That's tiny. Maybe she has tiny wrists, but that's super small. I'd love to see what it actually looks like on her. Archangel for Truth says, sorry, I don't stay in the box. I make the box. Well, I'm sure that will help you when you're living on the street because you refuse to educate yourself and learn how the world works. So good luck with your boxes that you're making. Too bad they're not good boxes.
Interested?
He's still clicking. How is he still clicking? Immediate pain. Because you did it as tight as you could, weirdo. Come on. Come on.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's...
Yeah, handcuffs are not immediate pain. They're not immediate pain. They are when you inflict immediate pain, but handcuffs are not immediate pain.
tight.
Because this man was tortured. You're gonna watch his video tomorrow and you'll be like, oh, he was just put in handcuffs. No big deal. Have you been put in them? Yes or no? And I'll leave. Have you been put in them? Yes, or no?
I've been placed in them.
Okay, can I put them on you?
We're not going to go any further with that.
Right. Oh, yeah, we're not going to discuss any further.
What you're wanting is to continue to dialogue.
Oh, no. I want people to see that you are a freaking coward. That you would so liberally...
Sorry, I forgot I switched back over. It doesn't matter. You're a coward. Lower your handcuffs in your face because you refuse to answer my questions. Because that makes someone a coward. You know what makes someone a coward? Refusing a live debate and then pretending that the other person refused the live debate and then calling them a coward. Because that's what Delete Lawz did. Is he got an invitation to debate in a fair environment and said, no, we have to do it in an unfair environment that I control. That's pretty cowardly. Pretty cowardly.
Allow these to be put on people, but you've never had them on for 15 minutes. I want cops to realize that handcuffs
also,
have
what you
to
don't
go.
see with these edits is the people he's talking to stay pretty calm. The only person losing their mind is Chili. He's acting like the tyrant he thinks police are. Hilarious.
They have to go. They're terrible. They're horrific.
And like I said, we're not going to get into a big discussion.
No.
Like I said, there's pros and cons.
No one ever wants to get in a big discussion, by the way.
Right.
And there's no hypotheticals and there's no conversation. I don't want to get in the hypotheticals. I hear it from.
It's the most
Hour
disgusting
30.
thing. Our government is we're just going through a real.
Oops, sorry.
We're on the verge of losing our country. You know that, right?
That's an opinion.
We're on the verge of a revolutionary war. You know, I mean, you know that. I mean, I'm sure you
Another opinion.
can't say anything because you're on duty, but you know, you guys are a big part of that. You know, the police state, prison state that we've created here, that you can go to jail for anything.
Not true. That is a provable lie. But okay.
This is what I want you guys to do. I want every person to
this
go
is the
to the
third
city
time he's done
council
this
meeting,
clip.
bring the cuffs in, and tell them that they're torture and Americans want them banned.
Okay, actually not that part. Hey, bud, stop driving and filming and holding handcuffs, you criminal. That's actually an infraction. That might even be a misdemeanor. So it might be a crime. Well, Kfar, you won't do it. Kfar says, I might do a live stream tonight just to beat Blue Bacon's cuff record. You won't. Do it. Do it. I'd love to see it, actually. It'd be funny if we can get 10 people to be like, it's not torture, and beat him to it.
I don't care if you use my patent with the Velcro straps or someone else's. I don't give a damn.
My patented Velcro straps that would be absolutely useless. We'll discuss that later, for sure.
About it. I don't care about it. I care that we change handcuffs. And meanwhile in Forney, they're still flying a blue striped flag over.
You really just don't understand.
Why can't you finish your sentence before editing away? What is this? Come on.
The public sees you, do you? I mean, you don't understand that when you put that blue thin line on your face and you wear that, when you desecrate the American flag and you wear that, you embarrass the police department. You know that, right? You embarrass.
It feels like he's editing these all to make it look like there's more content than there is, to give the impression of more videos, when clearly that's not the case. But I don't know. Ken, thanks so much. Says, I don't think there's enough apple juice in the world to get me to sit through a full delete Lawz video. Fair. I will do the work for you. I don't mind. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to protect you from people like him. I appreciate it. Wait, hold on. That's going to go. Oh. Yeah, usually that. Because at an inconvenient moment, it knew that I was bluffing. Joshua Lee, thanks so much. Says, apologies for spamming the supers. Oh, yeah, no, I hate it so much. Thanks for... How dare you, buy me lunch. So many fallacies, he says. First, I'm getting whiplash from all these edits. Second, I'm starting to suspect that Chili is Sally Jesse Third. That's cute talk, Chili. And people keep bringing up those glasses, the Sally Jesse glasses, I believe. I'm not familiar with it, but yeah. Oh, Archangel's leaving. He couldn't beat me. All right, bye. Have a nice day. I hope you have a lovely day, Archangel. And I don't think you're a coward for leaving. It's just, this has been going on for a while, I understand. But I hope you take some time to learn a few things. Okay? Obviously, you're not receptive to learning it from me, but maybe you can find a nice neutral book, educate yourself. So, have a lovely day.
There's all of us. Your grandchildren will deny. Your grandchildren will deny that you were their grandfather.
That's an opinion.
Because you're going to go down in history as a Nazi. Just so you know.
No.
I'm telling you.
Wow, what a terrible human being. You're gonna go down in history as Nazi because I don't like you for reasons that are based on emotions, not facts. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. That is a straw man fallacy. Palma, thank you so much. Says, I wish we could do a handcuff challenge to have thousands of people prove him wrong. I'm not going to stop you guys. That'd be hilarious.
Especially because you wear that thin blue line and you still won't just say you're sorry.
I want to do a handcuff challenge. I want you guys to understand that we have to figure out a better way to detain people that doesn't include torture. You know what I'm saying?
Why you're doing what you're doing.
This is what I'm doing.
Handcuffs aren't torture, so it looks like we got it figured out. Well done. Congratulations, everybody. We did it. Where is that?
We got to movement. Yeah, and as hard as it is sometimes to deal with some of you guys, we have to close the gap.
I would recommend that you go through a handcuff. So you guys all put on those handcuffs for 15, 16 minutes.
All right, 15, 16 minutes. Apparently it's torture at 15, 16 minutes. I'm at an hour 30 something. Not a problem. I've been doing all sorts of crazy stuff with my handcuffs on. I've been jerking them around. I've been lifting my shoulders up. I've been putting things on over my ear. We're doing crazy stuff over here. It's not torture. What is he thinking? What goes through his head?
Recommendation of the investigation.
Oh,
thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you.
It's not. It's
yeah.
not,
What is up with those headphones?
It's not a meaning of torture.
I'll give you $10,000.
It's not a use of force.
I'll give you $10,000.
It's not a meaning of torture.
I'll give you $10,000.
It's not a use of force.
I'll give you $10,000.
It's not a pain compliance thing.
Yes, it is.
It's just
$10,000 being handcuffs. I guess I'm $10,000 richer. Hell yeah.
a matter of
yes, it
security
is.
thing.
No, it's not security. They're torture. You've never
Nope.
been in them for 10 minutes with your hands.
I have.
Okay, then let's do it. Let's do it for $10,000. We'll donate $10,000 to the Boys and Girls
Club. What are you here for and what's your goal?
My goal is to get justice and transparency. And so far,
that's a lie. That's a downright provable lie. Justice and transparency. Absolutely not.
The only thing that's gotten justice with the police.
Okay, see, I want to ask, did he say he designed a better restraint? He designed some sort of Velcro thing, which already exists. Like, Velcro restraints already exist. They are used in controlled environments, like hospitals. Because Velcro wears out, they're bulky, they're hard to put on a struggling person unless you have a lot of people to help you. They do not make sense for field work, like what a police officer would do. They do not make sense. It is a stupid idea. There are a lot of reasons why it would not work. Unless he's come up with something amazing, but I struggle to believe he'd be able to come up with anything amazing. So, love to see that patent that he allegedly has that I've never seen.
The police system in America is a camera, sadly.
It wouldn't be professional for me to come over here and give an example for you to stay in handcuffs to prove
I didn't say right here, right now. I said I'll raise $10,000. I'll give it to the Boys
He can't even get 10,000 viewers. How's he gonna get $10,000?
Girls Club of America. You give me 10 officers who will go in cuffs for 10 minutes. I'm serious.
Hey, all jokes aside, we
It's,
want
oh,
to
you
make
think
sure
I'm,
that
no, Mr. Gilbert, I'm not, Mr. Gilbert, I'm not joking. I said I'll give you $10,000. I need 10 cops to go in cuffs for 10 minutes. See, the reason why you got a blank look on your face is because you don't know those are freaking torture.
I don't think there's a single police officer that has not at some point had handcuffs on them. Maybe not 10 minutes. Pretty sure we were all handcuffed. Hey, thank you. Nines Nostalgia Nerd, thank you so much. Says the irony is listening to Delete is far more torturous than a mild inconvenience of putting your hands behind your back for 10 minutes. I fully support wearing cuffs for all of his future videos. Oh, don't worry.
Do you pledge allegiance to the Constitution or to a thin blue line, sir? I'm trying to be respectful, but you won't talk. So, I mean, I could dress you down like I do other cops, but I'm just trying to have a nice conversation.
I was trying to have a nice conversation while I insult you. Yeah, okay. You kind of burned that bridge, huh?
I mean, you have a thin blue line here. He has a thin blue line there on his jersey, and then he has a thin blue line on his face.
Wow, it means it's a police symbol. Now, what, police can't wear badges now? They can't, have radios? What? What's next? They can't have the American flag? Slippery slope fallacy. That one's on me. That's my bad. But to be fair, it's not a terrorist. Like, he's also committing the fallacy of making an argument from emotion. This flag here, this line, it's not even the flag. This line, not desecration, not a terrorist symbol. Absurd. Ridiculous.
So who do you serve? Who's your master? Is it the American people?
Daryl, yes. Police cadets in the academy are cuffed in training. For 10 minutes, probably not. But yeah, we put handcuffs on each other when we practice. Like, pick a partner and practice handcuffing and uncuffing. Can't stay 10 minutes. I don't know that I ever did 10 minutes in the academy. But clearly I'm not having a problem. We're at 1 hour, 42 minutes now. And I'm still in cuffs. Taco, thank you so much. Says, is the 10K for me or Boy and Girl Club? Bad deal. You know what? I'd rather have it go to the Boy and Girl Club. I don't trust him to actually donate it. But I mean, I'm an hour and 40 minutes now. So I've done, yeah, that's 10 officers times 10 minutes. That would be 140 minutes. You literally hit that mark. Go ahead and donate, Delete Lawz. Looking forward to seeing the receipt for that. Don't worry, I'll call and confirm.
Allegiance to an organization, or do you pledge allegiance to the Constitution? We hold these truths to be self-evident that every man is...
It's funny they say in the Constitution, he constantly forgets that reasonable is part of the Fourth Amendment, or unreasonable. Cool, nice.
Created equal.
Or is that the Declaration of Independence that he's citing? I can't look it up. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, he's signing the Declaration of Independence, not the Constitution. He can't even get that right. Declaration of Independence, okay. Oh my God. Yes!
We hold these truths to be self-evident that...
All right. Congress, July 4th, 1776. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. Wrong document, bud. Well done. Good job.
Every man is created equally. You don't have a privilege over me, do you? As usual, they're all deer in the headlights. Every one of them.
Cool. So
every time I
are
talk
these things
to
called
cops,
laws?
every single one of them is just deer in the headlights. Because they don't know the law. He doesn't even know. See, the reason why they haven't tried...
Deer in headlights because they don't want to talk to you, dude. It's not because they don't know what they're talking about. It's like there's no point in engaging with you. You don't have a privilege over me. That's not how that works. They have authority over you. Shocking, I know. Thanks, 10th Amendment.
Trespass means because they don't know the law.
Oh, Asker,
They don't
good
understand.
point, says he would raise 10,000. In other words, he doesn't have it. Yeah, exactly.
The law.
I want you to go to your city council meeting, and I want you to pull out the
Stop
cuffs.
driving while not looking at the. I assume he's driving, because who would be there with him? Who would voluntarily be in that vehicle? Now, if he's in the right seat, there's a good chance that that's mirrored. If I can find something with words on it that I can tell, I can't see this well enough.
And tell them that they are torture and that you want them to be eradicated from America. That you want them to be eradicated.
They're horrible.
Okay. Curses. I believe he is driving. The image is mirrored because he's using the front-facing camera, whatever. It's possible he's not. I would have to look for anything that he's wearing that is not uniform on both sides, basically mirrored, and then identify it through that. But I'll have to go through and check that. I'm not sure I really care enough to do it.
They are absolute torture the moment you put them on. And I train and I wrestle and I do all those things. My shoulders are not equipped to have my hands pinned behind.
See, this is him pointing out that it is his shoulders that are being tortured. But he got his cousin to say it was her wrists because that's what he can control. He can make it tight enough to hurt on her wrists, which is not what's supposed to happen. But for him, it's not wrists, it's shoulders. Another inaccuracy or a inconsistency. Okay, so his buddy was driving. Never mind. Curses. That would have been amazing. Columbus Accountability, thank you for subscribing. That's a shame. I would have really enjoyed proving that. But good that he has a driver. I will retract my statement that he is possibly committing a traffic infraction. Good. Okay. So if he's not driving while using a cell phone, whatever.
My back.
Good for him. I can't be mad about it.
I'm glad that I was open to doing the cuff experiment because it really gave me some perspective.
See there, sir? See there? Listen to me. You look so much better without that blue thin on you. You look so much better, sir. Look at that face of yours. Look at that face of yours. The face of Mother Lust. For sure. You look so much better, sir. You look so much better without that thin blue line on your face. So the thin blue line to us is a terrorist flag, just so you know.
Who's us? The almighty us. The anonymous secret us. Who's us? Us could be two people. Okay, bud. Now, to a lot of us, it is not. Shocking, I know.
We think you're a terrorist. You serve a thin blue line and not the Constitution.
Yeah, that's not how the thin blue line works. You don't even know the Constitution. You cited the Declaration of Independence, you weirdo.
That's what we're about. That's what all these people are about. So, thank you for your time. I do appreciate you, sir. Nothing but respect and polite. I do appreciate that. All right. Thank you.
Nothing but respect, except for all the disrespect that I showed you.
I didn't know what it was like to be cuffed. Now I know what it's like to be cuffed.
When they say I'm going to put you in handcuffs for your safety and mine, what do you think of that?
Yeah, it's not good.
What do you think the cop is thinking when he's saying those words? Do you think that that's true, that you're safer when you're in those handcuffs?
Yeah, I just think it's what they're trained to say.
Yeah, it does feel like she's being fed that, because that's not consistent with what she was saying earlier. Interesting, but he's not cuffing her correctly. He doesn't know how to cuff correctly. He's made that very clear.
You feel safer?
No.
All right, I'll leave her alone. Thanks, guys. Say bye, Tommy. Goodbye, Tommy. Bye, Tommy.
Handcuffs are torture, he says. No touch digital detainment, NTDD. Cops can't touch you. Well, that's not true. There are certainly circumstances where, yes, they can. He made it actually in his video in Texas where he's like, don't touch me. Don't touch me. You were trespassing, dude. You can't trust me from a public place. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. You have to leave. You're causing a disturbance. Don't touch me. Then stop and leave. They can escalate to a reasonable amount of force. The lowest level of force that will effectively stop your criminal actions. So, until we overturn Terry, we must move to NTDD, which is, what is that? Explain what that is. Because in a society of willingly governed, we should not be shackled. Find a better solution, because you haven't yet. Cops can't touch you. What a lie. I don't think it's the real Sirio, Dennis, unfortunately. Is that the video? We're gonna let it end. Oh, well, the stream's over. The stream premiered. That's why it's only being watched by 2 people. Question was asked by this was Professor Gruel. The stream is no longer happening because I spent an hour and 50 minutes. We're gonna make it to 2 hours. I'm gonna stay in here for 2 hours in these cuffs. So we're gonna go to 2 hours, 2 minutes, and I'll take them off. Just to beat my record of 1 hour last stream. Lady Dragon's Blood, I don't think that's the real Broken System, Broken Trust. Unfortunately. We're gonna mute that because I don't know if that's, oh, it's already over. All right, well, 10 minutes of just hanging out with you guys. How's everyone doing? I'm just gonna chillax. To Berkeley, welcome to the party. I'm just being handcuffed, making fun of Lawz. He had a, I say making fun, more like correcting. He had a premiere video that was just absolute nonsense. So, I put my handcuffs on and corrected him and pointed out all of his inconsistencies, or the ones I've noticed, which was many of them. So many. Oh, he's on another stream now? What is he doing? Is he streaming about me? Streaming about him? That would be ridiculous. You have to stay active. Be ready. Blah. 144
World War
watching.
II is going to decimate our country.
Less than me, but
more than that,
it's not bad.
FDR, what he does with the New Deal.
I don't know. It's fine. I'm not going to. I can't hear because my earpiece isn't in my ear. I do have a foot pedal. That's it's 3 pedals. It's basically like a little mini keyboard type thing. Which is how I boop 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 boop. Where am I going to put my mouse? Folks, I'm pretty sure that's not the real Broken System, Broken Trust. For those of you getting into it with him, I'm pretty sure you're wasting your energy there. But yeah. Oh, the chat didn't move the entire time? Oh, that's interesting. Well, oh, well. But anyway. How's everyone doing, by the way? What's up? What's the happenings? Been a week since we talked, more or less. Broken System, Broken Trust. You're not... I'm going to have to block you for basically impersonation. You got to stop. I know it's all a fun game, pretending to be him for the attention. Don't. No. So you can stop on your own, or I can stop you. Which one? What are we doing on the stream tonight? Probably more of this. There is still a stream tonight, yes, around 5. But I'm probably just pointing out more stuff. Oh, I haven't reported anyone for harassment at the moment. Beaver, it's not the real one. That's not retired. Good to see you here. Well, I'm handcuffed. We're gonna be handcuffed for about 2 hours, so I got 9 minutes left. About. And we're just making fun of Delete Law's inability to be correct. Oh yeah, physics with Professor Gruel says at least he took down that video with his emails to BB. They were insane. He did not get the reaction he thought he would on that. I still have those emails though. Oh boy, do I. And I released some of them on my own. Basically, when he made that video, he, in a way, established that they're fair game. He made them public. And I think he realized that he didn't have permission to make them public, necessarily. Now, are emails private? That's not a super established thing in court. I could try to claim that it's basically a violation of copyright, because those are my words. He didn't have permission to publish them on a monetized channel. I mean, that would be a fight not really worth having, but it is a fight that has been had before by other people. Oh, hi, Rennie. How's it going? Hey, we had a unannounced stream that I wasn't expecting, but haha, here we are. But if he wants to make them public, I'll make them public by all means. There's a lot of sass from me, but he started it, so you know. Tones, permission granted. Your targeting orders are confirmed. Fire when ready. Thank you, fake Glenn Serio. See, Glenn Serio also kind of impersonating here, but he's not causing a big enough fuss for me to really get too involved yet. Right? So there's a guy in the chat named Glenn Serio. I don't believe it's the real one. But why is this chat still going? Oh, because it's the live. Sorry, I'm looking at the live chat for Delete Lawz, and it was moving. And I forgot that I wasn't looking at the premiere. Yeah, but the Glenn Serio one isn't. He has the name, but he's not pretending to be the real one that I've seen. Correct me if I'm wrong. In case anyone's like, but why one and not the other? Because it's not a big enough issue yet. But yeah. So for those of you just joining, we're getting near the end. But it was just us watching a video that Delete Lawz premiered while it's premiering live, something I had never seen before and could not have seen before while I was handcuffed. Still able to correct him, make him look foolish, which is very, very easy, which is one of the reasons why I'm focusing on him, because it's just too easy. And it's fun content. Oh, I'm seeing. All right, so if you're in his live stream right now, I'm going to caution you not to harass him. I do not want you to harass him. You're adults. I cannot control you, but I am not interested in any attempts to harass him. I am not going to be receptive to anyone coming back and saying, haha, I got him good. Because I don't want to be responsible for any harassment. I'm not telling anyone to do that. If anyone does harass him, that is your personal choice. That was not in any way influenced by me. But Rube Maximilian is saying, Blue Bacon, 2 hours in cuffs and counting. So, Rube's there. I'm not saying don't be there and watch his stuff and engage. I'm saying I am not calling for harassment in any way, and I would prefer that you don't. There are a lot of people in there that I think don't realize what he's saying is wrong. And pointing out the errors may be enough to get them to look into it further and realize that what he's saying is not worth learning. If you're going to go to him and engage with him and interact with him, that is personally how I would do it if he had not blocked me for trying to do exactly that. So, you know. Oh, Physics Professor Gruel was there as well. Hi, I see you. Oh, good luck on the house. Yeah. Oh, Robbie Anderson. Yeah, basically. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that you guys are by any means. It's just that I've seen it happen, not necessarily from my channel, where people go, "Oh, you don't like the guy? Let's go." Rawr. I'm not calling for it. I'm not calling for it. But you are adults. I'm establishing a legal defense of harassment, or for harassment, against harassment. Oh, but Sativa Rose Gold asks, is Blue Bacon pretending to not be in pain? There's no pretending. Now, will there be indents on my wrists? I'm sure, because I've been shaking them around, which will leave indents. But, you know, sometimes I wake up from sleeping, and there's an indent of the sheets on my legs, you know? Does that mean sheets are torture? Get rid of beds, sleep on the grass, which is less torturous than a mattress, maybe? I don't know. Probably not. Someone says Freemasons are an occult of Satan worshippers. Tells you that they don't know what Freemasons are. Freemasons are not in... Oh my God, somebody's been watching too much YouTube. Oh, hilarious. I'm not a Freemason, by the way. I had an offer, but I was moving, so I couldn't join their lodge. I'd be tempted to. They give back to the community quite a bit. And it's basically just a group of people that have meetings and engage with their community in good ways. But I don't know because I'm not a member. I know people who are, and I know enough about them. I've been to the in D.C. when I was in D.C. For the inauguration of President Biden. So I was one of the National Guardsmen, that mobilized for that. We had a day afterwards where they're like, all right, cool. So we're not shipping back till tomorrow. So here's some tourist stuff that we've requested to be open for you. And one of the places I went was the D.C. Freemason Temple, where they give tours. It was really, really cool and really educational and a lot of fun if you get the chance to go there. It was in, wasn't Georgetown. Where was that? Was it Georgetown? Might have been Georgetown. I don't remember. Really cool place, though. And then we also got to go sort of wander around the general capital area and laugh at the people behind the fence who still had to do their duty behind all the fences in the cold. But we had been relieved of that because we had done our part. And then we went to Arlington, which is really cool to go to Arlington when there's nobody else there and everyone there is a soldier. And so we got a personal tour from the lieutenant that was in charge of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier at the time. And he gives us some really good information. It's like, I don't usually, personally do this, but, heck, why not? We've been shut down for so long for the tours. It's nice to be able to do this again. And we were all able to ask her questions, and there were no civilians getting in the way with questions we already had the answers to. Not that I don't encourage you all to ask questions about these things, but as a whole thing. Shriners are out. Oh, I've dropped my mouse. Well, I can't use my mouse anymore. Shriners are similar. I don't know if they are Freemason. Oh, Tones. So Tones overthinks it is here. He says he has a premiere in 30 minutes about the real Broken Sense of Broken Trust. After this, because we're going to be ending in a couple seconds, or, well, a few minutes after a couple seconds. We're going to be taking the handcuffs in a couple seconds. Go check out his premiere. Which we're going to be linking up in this. I just got the keys to the handcuffs immediately. We're at 2 hours, 2 minutes. That should cover the amount of time I spent putting them on. So let's get those off. You always want to close them so that the person you're handcuffing can't turn around and put them on you. Fun little fact about handcuffing, because I know how to do it properly. Completely sober for that. Did it for 2 hours. Those of you who are saying, but, there was apple juice in you. Not this time. And if Archangel for Truth wants to say I shook my hands out, nope. But someone donated. Hold on. I Heart Dogs, thank you so much. Says my grandfather was a Mason. He did charity work. Yes. So a lot of what Freemasons do is give back to the community. And so people who are like, they're devil worshippers. No. You've been watching too many conspiracy series. I meant to say theories, and then I'm going to say conspiracy theory series and got confused. It happens sometimes because I'm not an alpha male who's obsessed with my alphaness. I'm a human being. The whole alpha male thing is stupid. It's based on an observation of wolves that turned out to be incorrect. So anyone who's like, alphas, I just kind of laugh because, not a real thing. But anyway, 2 hours. 2 hours in handcuffs behind my back while streaming and functioning and shaking them around and putting my arms behind my shoulders and teaching you things and reacting to things and having a good time, discussing things with the chat. Wasn't a problem. 2 hours. 10 minutes is torture, merely for having them on. Because he established, he moves the goalposts all the time, he established that they are torture just by having them on. And within, 10 minutes is, well, sometimes he says 10 minutes, sometimes it's 16, sometimes it's immediately. I did it for 2 hours, and I'm doing great. I don't know what he's confused about. Woodworker Learner, don't worry. I have some apple juice for tonight. We're still doing a stream tonight. This was just, I'm going to do this right now. Undeclared. Nobody knew. Rennie didn't even know. It's a whole thing. It was so easy. Shriners are higher level Masons. I'll have to look into that. Astro Geek, go for it. That'd be hilarious. But yeah. I mean, I love watching the conspiracy videos just for the laughs. I'm not saying don't watch them, but I do caution you to fact check what these conspiracy videos are telling you. Oh, Elk Lodge members. Nice. Yeah, Elk Lodge. I'm familiar with Elk Lodge. Not a member of that either. Time tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific. But before we go, I have for those of you who joined us, a little surprise, because I have a question. For someone very special. And it is this. Is Delete Lawz stupid? A little further? You wanna? Nope. It's gonna stop right there. It says yes, though. The train of truth says yes. Pam says if you want to become a Mason, just contact the one local in your area. It's tempting. At some point I probably am going to be honest. 5 p.m. my time, yes, Pacific. Tinker, don't worry. I'll intersperse his stuff with other stuff, but there's two. I got it. You like that? The train of truth. The tracks are old, unfortunately. I got it used. So I probably need new tracks with better connections. But is it gonna? Oh, it wants to move. There it goes. Yes. Oh, I need to change the f-stop on my camera so that's more in focus. Oh, it's just apple juice. It's just apple juice. I don't know what you're talking about, guys. Definitely not a Canadian club style liquid. Need a sponsor. That okay? Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard. All right, get out of here. Come on, go on, get now. All right. Oh. Anyway, John, puppies are forever, not just for Christmas. It's a solid reference to a song. Anyway, bar soap on the tracks, not a bad call. That sounds about right. Imagine 8-ball would be fun as well. You're gonna. Oh wait, no, I unplugged it because I'm stupid. I thought it was still plugged in. That's fine. I'm a big dummy, but I'll admit it. Unlike Delete Lawz, who likes to pretend that he's not an idiot despite all evidence to the contrary. Now, Jesse, oh boy, did I see that video of him freaking out about the whole handcuffs thing. I did not look into what he was talking about. I only saw that one because of Law Talk with Mike. Great channel if you don't know it. Seatown Waterboy, thank you so much. Says, old Delete Lawz needs lithium. Looks like he went full Kanye. He needs a psychiatrist. Lithium, I imagine, in as an antipsychotic. So lithium's used for antipsychotic. I know there's lithium. Yes. Treat mania. I know things. But anyway. Oh, let's see what's on the big screen. Ah! It's nothing exciting. It's all of my it's my social security is on there. But I appreciate it because don't want to give you guys. I have a video that I've been working on up. I don't want to give it away. I think I'm going to release it today. I might do 3 different videos today. What do we think? 3 different videos today? Do this live stream. I'll hit you with a horrifying video that I made. It's hilarious in the most horrifying way. But I think once Tones is done with his video, I'll release mine. And then tonight we'll do another live stream. What an incredible Friday. So much going on. What do you think? 3 videos? Wait for the chat to catch up. How's it going, rodent? Anyway, while the chat catches up, you guys are fantastic, as always. You all know this. You all know how great you are and how much I appreciate every single one of you. I love having you here to interact with. I have so much fun doing it. You know, because I do my own thing. I learn my own stuff. But sometimes, first of all, I love being able to teach you all of it. And I love the questions you ask, because sometimes you'll ask questions I never thought of. And it's just like, oh, let me look into that real quick. It's very interesting. So, fantastic. Also, train of truth. I couldn't have gotten that without you guys. If you're like, where do my donations go? Yup. That's what I do. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna release the video today. It's a music video, it's a parody. It's not my normal stuff. It's not related to law enforcement, it's more current events. But I like to think it's kind of hilarious in a horrifying way. You'll see why. But Tones Overthinks It. It's about to have a premiere in 20 minutes. Artie's Corporate Fiction was here. He has a great channel. I've referenced Law Talk with Mike. He has a great channel. Team Skeptic. Been talking to him. I'm going to be, I think, tomorrow. There's going to be a debate on a channel that he helped set up. He has a great channel. Check him out. Keeping Criminal. Great channel. If you like Sovereign Citizens, Generation Nation was here. He's got a lot of really fun content on that. Artie's 10K party is at 7 p.m. Eastern. So that should start at 4 my time. I could probably delay my stream if that's the case. We might start the stream a little late because I do not want to interrupt Artie's 10K stream. If we're cool with that. So I might do a later one. Which I feel like if I'm doing 3 videos today, I feel like I can get away with a later one, right? I'm going to put out another poll to see if, since I already did an impromptu stream on Delete Lawz, if we still want another Delete Lawz stream tonight, or if we want to do something from, for example, the mystery box or the mystery books. I know a lot of people are like, but the mysteries, but they are in the minority. I do want to get back to this because it's so much fun. So I don't want to leave them out, but I don't want to leave the rest of you unentertained. So I might just do a later stream of mystery stuff if that's what you guys want. But I think, yeah, if he's doing his 10K stream, I might delay it to 6 p.m. my time, which will put it 9 p.m. Eastern, which will give him 2 hours for that. Hi, Gavin. Thank you so much. Says his videos got fewer views than the reaction videos Watch Live channels post. You're not wrong. It is really fun to point that out to him. It's like, bro, you have more subscribers. I have more views from you breaking down your videos. Which is, but basing whether or not you are correct on subscribers and views is an appeal to authority. That's a fallacy, so I don't like to do it. Join Artie's stream. I'll be present. I'll definitely be around. I might pop in if he wants me to. But yeah, we'll delay it till 6. I'll put the poll out again. And I definitely want to do at least a little mystery stuff. Maybe we'll do a little column A, column B. And Ladies Dragon's Blood, sleep is super important. I love sleep. But I'm glad you could be here. Right? Good to have you in the stream. It's going to be a late stream. So don't worry, I get it. But yeah, it'll be great. So I'm going to get out of here because we're at 2 hours, 13 minutes, which is longer than I usually do. I'm sure some of you are like, stop. I got places to be. But Blue Bacon Raid, Tones Overthinks It. Go say hi to him, politely, professionally. My raids are nothing but love. They're not harassment. They're not an attack. It's just, hello, we're all here. It's more of a flash mob, if you will. But go check him out. He's got good stuff, as do all the people I've referenced. So, and Liza says your subscribers are your friends. Big difference. Yes. You know what? No, I do want to address that. I I want to be approachable. I want to be human. There are things where I'm like, no, stop. And maybe it seems weird because it's like, but why are you being so mean about this? And it's not you. It's just like, there are things on the internet where like, I'm not going to tolerate that. And sometimes I sound a little more intense than I mean to over, typing, where I'm like, that is not an acceptable behavior. But when I'm live, I can communicate properly and discuss things with you and try to humanize myself and humanize all of you as well. And just talk to you person to person. I don't necessarily want a huge following. I just want to help people understand. Now, would it be nice to have this as primary income and support myself off of it? I would love that. Do I want to be the #1 streamer video channel on YouTube? No. Wouldn't hate it, but that's not the goal. The goal is to educate. And I do think of a lot of you as my friends, for sure. I love talking to you guys. And I hope I come across the way I mean to, as an approachable person who is here to answer questions. Even if we have differing opinions, I'd love to answer questions. If you approach me in an aggressive, insulting way, I'll be a little less responsive to it. But even if you're a sovereign citizen, as long as you can conduct yourself professionally, let's have a talk. My plumber's a sovereign citizen. I still hire him. He's a great plumber. Really fun guy to hang out with. Very misled. But we still have very polite, professional discussions because both of us are capable of doing so. Just over the internet, some people get a little rowdy. And I certainly sometimes stoop to that level once they do. But that's mostly for an entertainment sort of value, not because that's who I am as a person. Anyway, but yeah, so I hope I come across as friendly because I want to be friendly. I want to be your friends. And I want to have these discussions. And I don't want you to feel like I'm not approachable or unavailable, right? I go through my comment sections of my most recent, like my 5 most recent videos all the time to make sure, I try to answer the questions I can answer. So if you want to talk, leave a message in the comment section and I'll be going through it. I can't promise I'll see it, but I'll try to. And even if I don't respond, I'll sometimes, I'll heart a message that I'm like, haha, that's great. I'll thumbs up a message that I think is great, but I don't want to be attached to, right? If it's maybe a little outside of how I would usually conduct myself, like, oh, that's a little aggressive. I'll like it because I appreciate where you're coming from, but I can't support the manner in which it is being said, kind of thing. So I'm in there. I'm interacting with you guys, whether or not you know it. So please feel free to keep conversing. We just don't mention the handcuff kink you have, says Woodwork Learner, after saying you are a great person. I appreciate it. I'm glad you think so. I have my opinions about myself, but my opinions don't really matter. I'm biased towards myself. It's how you guys feel. Not to say that you should base your behavior on what other people want necessarily. But it's a whole thing. Anyway, you got me going. You got me rambling. You know how easy it is to do. I need a button that's you sly dog, you caught me monologuing from The Incredible. I'm going to do that. When this is over, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to get a train horn. I'm going to get that. I'm going to put the objection soundbite from KFAR. Anyway, I've stalled enough. Go to Tones or don't. I'm not your parent. But you can call me daddy. That's a joke. I'm not into that. Then I draw the line there. I'll be at his premiere. Go check him out if you want. But that's enough rambling. So, ladies and gentlemen, until the next time, be good, stay safe.